Hey, Catherine. Good morning. Hi. How are you, friend? Hey, Andy. Good afternoon. We've changed locations, and I'm trying the back camera. And I'm on a gimbal now instead of my tripod, so hopefully I can adjust things better. I'm trying to get better. All right. That's cool. It's so hot outside right now. It's very humid. Oh. I don't know the video. Sorry. I didn't know the reference, so it was lost on me. I just thought you were telling me about your shoes. Yeah, Andy? Cool. Thanks. Okay. Question is, are you doing more on ice cream, or are you starting something new? Because I wasn't done. I was going to outline it, but I don't know if I can do that right now. Here you go. I can't believe it's Friday. I think because I was traveling last weekend and I came back on Monday, it's like got me thrown off. I am going to hang out with a friend later, and I'm going to a magic show tomorrow night, which is going to be so fun. Australian TV presenter guy. Are you talking about Ross Coulthart? Or someone else? Yeah, Ross. Yeah, he's top of the town right now. Still. What'd you think? What video did you come across? Yeah. Sometimes he cuts people off when they're storytelling, when I'd like to get more, like I would have liked to have known more of what they were going to say, or like I think that there could have been more to talk about a specific topic. He'll jump into the next question sometimes, which I get it, you like pushing things along, but I like him. Right now things are interesting after like the whole Lockheed Martin Tic Tac, is it ours, is it not thing, which is kind of like, seems like it's been quieting down since like right now everyone's talking about the plates from Dr. Villarreal. Oh, yeah, Goddard, maybe he is doing it intentional to see if he can like catch people up, but it's usually a thing where I'm like, I don't see it as trying to catch him or trip them up as much as I'm like, wait, I wanted to know more about like whatever it was they were talking about. I'm realizing to talk about that. Like, wait, let them finish that story. Like, it's always how I feel. But not always. Like, I guess that's not true. Not always, just sometimes. Okay. What video about there were you watching? Do you remember? Like what the topic was? It's really weird not being able to see what's going on. This magic show I'm going to tomorrow, I'm really excited because it's a mix of stage magic and up close magic. And I think I mentioned it before, but I have a girlfriend who got divorced a few years ago, and as a kind of divorce hobby, if you will, she started taking magic classes, and one thing led to another, and that's actually how she met her now husband. But she's an amazing magician, and they are coming to town to go to this magic show. So we're going to a magic show with magicians. I'm so excited. Okay, Andy. So UAP Gerb, I'm excited to get into him. You watched one on about the black triangles, our copies. Are you saying that like they were saying that our black triangles are like a replica or reverse technology? Oh, Gothric. I don't know that. And a UFO. I was going to say first thing UFO. I don't know. I don't think I know that one. Is it recent? I imagine it's recent. Ross has new videos every 10 seconds. Shoot. This is not going well. Okay. Interesting. Oh, okay. I don't think I've seen that one. Also, I'm regretting doing this. And I can hear myself getting more congested with this humidity, so sorry for the fraudiness. Yeah, it sounds like they did stumble on something. That's really interesting. I feel like I'm way behind on everything. When you're like trying to make your own content too, I mean, I don't know, maybe some of you guys are content creators, but when you're trying to make your own content also, it's like you can only consume so much because like it also takes so much time to write and film and edit. I just wish I had more time. Not because I want to consume a bunch of stuff, but because there's just so much to learn. Not enough time to learn it all. I remember always saying when I was younger, if I could get paid to go to school, I would. Not school, but like university. Like if I could just get paid to learn, I would. And I know there are jobs like that, but I never found them. And now that I'm attempting to go at this, I'm realizing that this is definitely one of those opportunities where I get paid to learn, because every time I'm working on something, I'm researching, and it's just awesome. I mean, maybe Gothric. So, okay, if you doubt it, then what do you think happened? What do you think they got turned away for? This cold is making me mad. It's lasting way too long. Just to hide what's going on. No, oh, no, that's it. Okay, so yeah, okay, so you're BS leader swearing, but what do you think the reasoning was for whatever happened? Like, for why they got turned around, I guess. Ah, drugs. Really, Andy? Okay, so if both of you are doubtful, then I'm already doubtful and I haven't seen it. That's interesting. Interesting. Alright. So sad that that's like not the plot of like a Law and Order CSI. It's like what we're talking about in the news. I was about to say, I don't know if you call it news, but he's literally on News Nation, I guess. What else do you call it? Oh, I know what I listened to, speaking of. I was listening to more of, I had no idea, I don't even want to say his name, but I had no idea that Epstein was into science the way he was. That was alarming. And now kind of tracks why Stephen Hawking is going to the island a little bit. I don't know. I don't even like. I'm almost regretting even bringing this up, but just thinking of like the weird tech and like the headlines and the Law and Order. It's weird. Octagonal. Yeah, honestly, Gothric, the way you say it, it makes sense because by tracking the UFO on it, like immediately you're going to turn some people off because they don't believe, and then you're going to make anybody else that's trying to whistle blow on it seem a little crazy or discredited. Makes sense. Jake Barber, that's his name. In Akon. Yeah. That's the thing, Gothric, like it's so weird. I remember when I saw the orbs last summer, afterwards I was talking to my friends, I was like, what do we do? Like, should we tell somebody? Like, what do we do with this information? And it was like, no, like what? You don't, like, what do? You don't, like, going public. Like, what's the point? Yeah, I mean, same Gothric. It's just crazy. I don't know why outlining this makes such a difference between the text. Between the air conditioning and like the heat, just be quiet right now. Too. Do you want to talk about it, Gothic? You don't have to. Also, are you fucking with me or are you being serious? I'm willing to listen and to take you seriously, but just let me know. Hey Tara, I haven't seen you in a second, girl. How's it going, babe? How's Ohio? Which is fascinating. Fascinating. Has anyone seen, I think it started on TikTok, but I think it went like everywhere. Did anyone see the Glitch in the Matrix video type thing where it's a girl at work, it's like the security system at work, it's in some sort of kitchen or restaurant, but it's in the back area, and she goes to slice a lemon. Well, in the video, she slices the lemon, and then she like turns it, she slices it again, and then she goes to get a bag to put the lemon in. And she grabs the bag and she comes back and the lemon's no longer sliced. And it's very confusing. The only, like, I always think that's such a weird video. There is a tiny part of me that understands that there is a suction aspect. Anybody who's ever cut like a really juicy piece of fruit, especially like a citrus, sometimes it can feel like it re-sticks. I don't know how to explain it, but this girl picks it up and examines it, like she moves it and checks it and then has to cut it again. And in that scenario, if you would cut it again, it would become clear that it was previously cut. And then she goes back and watches the video and she shows it to her boss, and it's a whole thing. And that video, I have watched it probably 30 times. I'm fascinated. But then there's people also, like, someone mentioned it the other day, I'm not sure if it was yesterday or 2 days ago, but they were talking about driving and seeing a plane hold still in the sky. I see that too. There's actually a road, like not even half a mile away from me, where at the right time of day, if you're going west, the planes look like that. They look like they're stalling in the sky. Sometime I'll try and take a video of it, but it's just the parallax effect, right? It's just perception. Once the car stops moving, you can see that the plane is still moving. So anybody who ever sees those, don't think too much about the plane stuck in the sky videos as long as the camera's in motion. Hey Roman, Goddard, that sounds incredible. Can you say like what came through? Like, what did you see when that happened? Did you see something, or did you just see essentially the tear? How long ago was this? How are you, Roman? So it was wasn't that long ago. Let's look traversed. You could like see through it, see the other side, like Stranger Things stuff. That sounds like straight out of a movie. That doesn't even sound real. Not that I'm not believing you. I'm just like, that sounds nuts. Oh. Maybe it was an opportunity for you to jump ship before COVID started. It's come to the other side. Oh, interesting. Oh, good. So you can hear the birds a little. They're getting a little chattier now. Oh, quiet over there. Hey, bud. Let's see. Yeah. I just remembered Monty standing outside the door yesterday and scaring the shit out of my brother-in-law. Oh, that was so funny. Man, God, yeah, no, Gothric, I can't imagine seeing something like that and then, oh no, you're in the sun. I can't imagine seeing something like that and then, trying to tell somebody. Alright, let me adjust. When I was avoiding that. I'm gonna pull you back. Alright. You good? You stable? Gimbal is pretty nifty though, so. Sun, man. It's just gonna be part of the ship. Isn't today August 8th? 8/8? Isn't that like isn't that something in astrology? Is that this day? Yeah. What is it? Does anybody know? I think they call it the Lionsgate portal, but I don't know what that means. Hey, AJ. Yeah, you do have to ride the right people. Potentially got it. Swamp gas. It was a joke. Basically. Yeah, I did change some things. I changed multiple things. I'm trying a different camera angle, or angles. Yesterday was different too, because I'm trying to figure out how to keep my phone out of the sun without having to move it a dozen times. Because it overheated a few days ago. And then I also am trying the reverse camera. Normally, I do the front camera because the reverse camera hasn't been looking very good, but it seems to be working right now. And I took it from my tripod to my gimbal. And I don't know why, but I feel like that's making a difference too. Yeah, there's a few changes going on right now. I like the other view better. I think it's prettier. I like the ambiance, but the sun just is not playing fair right now. And I don't get it because some days it's fine and some days it's a problem and I can't figure out the rhyme or reason. Like there has to be one, right? But like I can't figure it out. And yeah, so we're just trying things. What did you retract? Thanks. You said though. What was the first thing you said? Yeah, Gothric, the staircase, the decks are cool. They're really beautiful. They are the selling point for me, and one of the selling points. I love our home. It's an apartment, but I really love this apartment. I have no plans to move. I would buy the building if it came up for sale, and I could. Would I? Maybe. It's pretty old. It's got some issues, but it's maybe not a purchase, but I love this thing so much. I'm very grateful. Water looks like shit. Whatever. Doing it for fun. It's so humid out here. I can feel the marker kind of sticking on the page. Oof. I don't talk politics on the channel, sorry. It's because I've created these kind of morning lives to have like such a peaceful start to my day, to listen to the birds, to do something creative, to like have light chats, and literally it's all about creating a peaceful environment, and politics are so the opposite of peaceful that it's not how I want to start my day or host lives that have the intention of peace and like tranquility and like just a place to exhale, if that makes sense. So like we talk about fun topics, strange things, consciousness, UFOs, but like definitely keeping it light because I want this place to be a calm, peaceful environment, not only for myself but for other people. Does that make sense? Like, it's not because I don't have very strong opinions, it's just because I'm really trying to protect the curation of what this channel is and what I do on this channel. Does that make sense? Thanks, Roman. Yeah, thank you, AJ. I just, like, it's definitely not because I don't have opinions, I do. I just really, I know that if I'm building this channel, and I want it to be a certain way, I really have to curate it, right? And I definitely want to keep the peace on these lines. And thanks, Roman. It's so hot out that it's like I only have so many clothes that are just like works for the heat. I've only got so many pieces of clothing that are light enough for this kind of heat. So you guys are getting all the weird stuff right now. I mean, I say that, I always dress weird. I was voted best dressed in high school. That was my superlative. Ooh, both. Hey, Paul. AJ and both. A beach in the mountains would be the dream, right? I'm more a beach or a mountain person. If I had to choose, I think beach, but I've honestly not spent a lot of time in the mountains to know, right? I've spent a lot of time at the beach. I know I love the beach. I haven't spent a ton of time in the mountains, so maybe I would change my two. But if I had to pick, I think I'd go beach. I love the way of looking at that, Gothric. I really do. I really like that outlook. I just don't have the energy for it right now. That's all. And again, I'm curating the channel, right? But, what about you guys? Beach or mountains? What I know that I am not is a desert person, turns out. Terrified of the desert. favorite kind of beach and mountain in California? Okay, Gothard, the mountains. Goat needs hills. I mean, I'm an Aries. Isn't that a goat? No, it's a ram. Doesn't that need hills? Although I kind of identify with my sun sign just as much as my rising sign. Yeah, actually, just as much. I'm very connected to both. Speaking of which, no one said anything about the 8-8. Does anybody know anything about the Lionsgate portal that's today? I don't know much about it. I just know that it's astrologically significant. I think it's supposed to be a good day for intention setting. I might be making that up. Still not the sun. Cool air conditioned person. Forests are nice, Andy. I grew up with a lot of forests. My dad's got like a forest in his front yard. That's my graphic. Roman, I used to work in fashion. I don't sketch or draw. I mean, I do paint, but I just do abstract. I'm not actually good. Like, if you asked me to draw a dog, it would look like a stick figure. So I'm not artistically talented in that aspect, but I was a fashion stylist for several years in New York City. On Fifth Avenue, I did a few magazine spreads. I did national campaigns that I styled, which was very cool. I did windows in Fifth Avenue. And yeah, I love fashion, but from a stylist vantage point, not from a designer vantage point. And it's funny because since I moved from New York City, I can tell my style has tamed a lot. Just because like there's nowhere like New York in terms of fashion except for like maybe Milan. LA is not even close. And so you leave New York and no one else around you is dressing as, I don't want to say authentically, but as individually as they do there. It's really easy to start like subconsciously watering down, even when I don't intend to. So I know that my style has tamed over the years, but I worked in fashion for a long time. I wanted to keep working in fashion, I loved it. But when I moved out of New York, there was just no styling jobs where I am. So, on the catwalk. Yeah, no, I wish I would have gotten to do a runway. I know that's you're singing, but I wish I could have done runway style. I mean, kind of. Runway styling's cool, but I don't know, I like the campaign more, I think. Yeah, Gothard. I mean, I've heard, I don't know, but I've heard it's even changed in New York, that the TikTokification of life has made everyone kind of dress more similarly. Which I'm kind of surprised because I think with social media and outreach, there's opportunity to be inspired by more individuals, like you can find more people out there. But at the same time, there's so many trends now that it's just like not the same. But I loved fashion. I loved it so much. We used to do, this is so cool, back before everyone was on the internet all the time, they'd probably still do these, but we would have underground fashion shows and underground like styling competitions. I kid you not. There was one time, I have this friend Phil Gomez. He's actually he's a pretty well-known stylist now. He's styled so many celebrities at this point. But we were coming up together. We were styling together on Fifth, and he would do these underground styling competitions. And there was one that was so freaking cool. It was in this it felt like a warehouse. It was this big art space. There were probably 200 people there, crowded into this room, and then there was a stage, and then there were all of these stylists, and they all were given a model, and I think for this one it was an oversized men's white button-down shirt, and they had a timer for like 3 minutes, and they had to style as many looks as they could, as fast as they could, using the one item of clothing in 3 minutes. And like the crowd was cheering it on like it was a drag show. It was so freaking cool. It was like such a thing that you would never think is real, and I feel like they don't do that stuff anymore. I mean, maybe they do. Maybe New York's still rocking and I just miss it. But like that was the shit I was doing in my 20s. Like it was so much fun. It was like intense pressure, but it was fun. Like it was just it was just like an undergrad. It was for nothing. It was for bragging rights, right? So there wasn't pressure in that. Like there was nothing on the line. It was just a bunch of people who loved clothes and style that would dress to the nines and get together and do these like fun experiments. I don't know. It sounds so silly. It was just so cool. And I remember thinking when I moved, I'm coming from Fifth Avenue, I styled with some of the best, like surely I'll be able to find an amazing job because, you know, I've had all this experience, and I was so naive. I got here and everyone's like, oh yeah, we don't do any of that here. You guys only do it in New York and it's outsourced. And it was like, it made sense because the stuff I was styling in New York was getting sent to other cities to be replicated in their stores. So they didn't have their own stylists, they were doing our work. So that was how the campaign worked. And it probably took 6 months before I was like, oh okay, I'm done working in fashion, I guess. You could lose street cred. I don't think anybody took it that seriously. Like, it was just so much fun. And Phil was always the best, so nobody really, you always knew he was gonna win. But like, who does that? Like, it was just dope. It was so cool. That was the thing, like, I love New York for that reason. Like, the people are just so massively interesting, and it took a long time for me living away from New York for me to find friends here, and like really long time. I think about 7 years probably before I found my people, and I'm still just now like getting back to that feeling that I had in New York with all the people that I loved. I think part of it's location, but I think part of it's also age, right? Yeah, thanks for asking about fashion. That was fun to reminisce. Did I attend 2024 T20 World Cup held in America? I did not. I wish. I don't even remember where it was in America. I will say, when we go to Europe next year, I really want to go to a football match. Like, really bad. And nobody judged me, but the team that I grew up watching was Man United. So it was instilled on me, not because I chose it. Anything that the NYC liked? You did. Oh, okay. Home Alone was great. I do. I love New York. I love New York so much. Actually, oh no, I'm not telling that story in the next video. I have an incredible story about the last time I visited New York. That's just a crazy story of coincidences. Thanks, Paul. I'm trying to figure out how to keep my phone out of the sun without having to move it a million times. It's been the goal. Also, I'm done with this one for now. I'm not going to highlight it. Do you want to see it? It's not that cute. It's the same, what is this, ice cream picture that I did before. I just outlined it in green. Okay, I'll show it to you. It feels weird. Hold it from here. Okay. I don't know how close I am because I can't see it now, but that's it. next video, I tell the story of how I moved to New York. My next long form. I filmed it yesterday, and I think I'm gonna have to refilm it. The problem is I want to do it right now, and I sound like a frog. And it's so hot and humid, and blah 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 blah. But I really want to get it done. But I do tell the story of how I ended up moving to New York City, which is like also very cool and crazy. It all happened. I don't want to spoil the story, but it all happened because I went to a concert alone, and there was a tornado. And because of that, one thing led to another, and I ended up moving to New York City. I mean, there's 10 of you, I could tell the story again, but... Man, I've done a lot in this book so far. Maybe I'll do this mushroom picnic scenario. I accidentally bled through on this page, but I don't really care. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Sorry, I'm looking for a patch of sun to see these colors even better. I'm gonna go with 35. I'm starting to memorize the colors though and know what I want. Oh, hey Elsa, thanks. Thanks. It's a depth scenario. There's more above and below me. Excuse me. Yes, it did, David. Hi. Yes, I remember you. I remember that conversation. I did. It's now been like a week or two. What's the 4-minute video though? Can you send the title, or I won't let you send links usually, but I'd love to know more. It did. It really did. I do remember. I need to look at it again, but I do remember. It was fantastic. It's so funny. Whenever I get on these lives, I end up having like 8 tabs open with like things to look up again. So you guys are telling me about it. And usually pretty quick, as long as it's not like a 3-hour video. Okay. So, this scenario, there's a moon, and I'm going to highlight in yellow all the places the moonlight would touch to try and make a cool effect. I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know that name, but why does that sound interesting? Hold on. No. I don't think I've seen this. When was this released? What? Wait, hold on. Maybe I have seen this before. Briefly. Maybe it was mentioned in a documentary. I remember it talking about being able to see the entities inside of it. Yeah. wonder, was it mentioned in like a Greer documentary? I feel like I've seen something about that, but not much. Yeah, David, just Google. Immediately when I saw it, I was like, wait, I've seen that. It is an interesting one. I cannot wait to do this movie. Yeah, now that you're saying it, I remember this. Ooh, yeah, maybe James Fox mentioned it. I've seen those visuals before though, like when I looked up the picture just now, I've seen that. I just don't remember where I've seen it. I do like James Fox a lot. Very excitable, but I dig him. Yeah, they really do. Oh, hey, Felipe. Oh, that's cool. Hi, hi. Do we all get, I'm watching myself over here so I can see the chat. Do we all get ads at the same time? Do we get the same ads? Like I just had an ad that I skipped. Did you guys also? I don't understand necessarily how it all works yet. I love doing these highlights. Interesting. Okay. 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 So good to know. All right. Man, you guys are scaling up with the premium. We'll pay for anything. Wait, that's not true. I guess we pay for Apple Music and stuff. enough to like have it really be annoying with L shape. Yeah, David, you mentioned that. I've always heard the grays are like the worker bees. That they're, yeah, I guess the worker bees, that's what I've always heard. I don't know if it's true, but. Here, I'm going to show you this highlight. I'm going to get some coffee. Not going over yet, though. Okay. So, what's happening here? Moon, and I'm highlighting in yellow all the places that the moonlight would hit. And then I'm going to color it in. Hopefully it works. Alright, I'm going to grab some coffee. tweeting competition? Like it. He's like smelling the. He's smelling the gimbal. Big slip. I mean, I love the tweeting competition. I'll tell you, today's chat has been very refreshing after the last two. I really appreciate it. Oh, Paul, it was awesome, except that I got sick. This is me getting better. It was so much worse. I was sick the whole time, but my friends did not mind. They didn't care, and it was such a good trip. We all needed to see each other. They needed some support and love. They have a 2-year-old almost, and it is not easy. Like I said, our friend was supposed to go back to her home country to see family and couldn't because of everything going on. So it was also important. But outside of being sick, it was perfect. We went to Ocean City, which was very cool. It's like a time capsule, like nothing's changed. So that was neat, like to see a classic boardwalk. And I didn't know, but Ocean City is a dry city, so there's no alcohol anywhere. You can buy it and bring it in, but it doesn't seem like people do. You can't have it out in public, and they don't sell it anywhere, not even at restaurants. And I had no idea, but it was really cool. He was walking around, like there were still so many people and everybody having such a great time, yet there wasn't like the ruckus of alcohol. It was interesting. I just didn't know. It was a surprise. Yeah, it was cool. The weather was perfect, which was awesome. It wasn't too hot. Sunny every day. And it also worked out that because my friends have the 2-year-old, their schedule really revolves around her, and it made it so that I could get a lot of sleep being sick. I just went to bed whenever the baby went to bed. Which was awesome. Like, if I was going to be sick with any friends, these are the ones to do it. Like, their place was really comfortable. I was able to get a lot of rest still. We weren't doing too much. Like, there wasn't just like a non-stop activity, which was cool. It was all very good. I just wish I wasn't sick. anybody have any fun plans for the weekend? I think I'll be on tomorrow. Might be a little later than normal. I am on. Yeah. Like I said, I'm going to hang out with a friend today. Go to a pool for a little bit. This building has a pool, which is cool. And then tomorrow is the magic show. That'll be exciting. I love magic. I'm like the best magic audience member too. I am astonished at everything, and I respond appropriately. I know a girl who's like really tough on magicians. She just doesn't play along, and it totally kills it. I don't like seeing magic. She's a friend of my friend, so it's okay. Alright, what colors am I doing? This is the hard part, choosing colors. Yeah, magic's fun. It's so much fun. It's so, like, I don't know, I can't imagine not liking magic. Like, who sees magic and then still, no, get it away. Like, it's so fun. Wish I could do magic, but I don't know any magic tricks. Oh, what was that TV show on Netflix that was about magic? It was a mentalist, I think. And a magician. He was a mentalist and a magician, and he like would do street magic and then do demonstrations, but like there always seemed to be like a social statement to what he was doing. What's it called? Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Not terribly old. I think there were a couple seasons, but I don't think they're still doing it. No, not David Blaine. It was some guy I'd never heard of. It wasn't big like David Blaine. He was doing like street magic and then also like mentalist experiments to explain how certain things work or how our minds work. Magic for, I want to say it's like magic for everyday something or everyday something. Okay, hold on. Magic for Humans with Justin Willman. Has anybody ever watched that? I watched it like a season or two maybe. I really thought it was fascinating. I don't watch survival shows. That falls in line with big anxiety inducing things for me. I don't find it entertaining to watch people in tough situations. I'm not saying that it's not entertaining, I think this is a big problem, clearly. People love this stuff. But I'm not big into anxiety for entertainment. It's why I haven't watched like The Bear, for instance. Everyone talks about how good The Bear is, but then they say that it's just anxiety. Like the whole time, it's just anxiety. And I I don't need that. I don't need more of that. No, thank you. But I get why other people love it, and I don't watch it. What do you think of survival shows? Is there like a particular one you like? David Blaine, speaking of, was supposed to be at a wedding that I went to years ago. But he couldn't make it because of a show or something. But one of the guys that he works with was there. His name is Doug something. And he was a fantastic magician. He's a fantastic magician. A great storyteller too. Yeah. Yeah, I don't watch a ton of TV. I do watch TV, but not a lot. I think the best thing I've watched, they did watch lately though, I guess this is actually suspenseful, so what am I talking about in terms of anxiety, but Severance. That one, I really, really loved that show. Marketing for it is actually what got me. They set up, I guess, the office from Severance inside Grand Central Station in New York, inside like a big glass box, and they just kind of acted out the show like they were at work for like 8 hours or something crazy while people were just around them. And I think I saw that marketing effort, and then I watched the show. So I was like, that's actually just extremely clever. Honestly, Paul, the biggest thing about those survival shows, I bet, is the things that you would learn about survival should you ever find yourself in a situation. I'd probably be fucked. I don't know, I think I've got good instincts, but, yeah, I think you're right. Like, there is a big aspect of learning and watching those things. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what colors. Always the hardest part. I've never just made this with this. Big swaths of color are the hardest ones because they're always streaky, but like once I make a decision, I need to put it down so I can see maybe how the picture is going to take shape in the next color. I can't do it till I can see it. It's a whole thing. Coloring in the sun is like making the ink dry even faster. Not too bad. Fire to boil water to prepare protein so that it should need to stay dry. Oh well. I mean, yes. Yes. I think this might be the most like kind and chill chat I've had in a minute. Not a single not a single unkind thing has happened. Just fantastic. Yeah, I'm not superstitious, but I'm not superstitious. Oh, guys, something cool happened to a friend of mine. I have a story to tell you. Hold on, let me really understand this. It's a story of synchronicity. It happened to one of my comments yesterday, and it was so cool. Hold on a minute. Okay. So, I'm going to tell you this story, and then I think we'll probably end, because it's almost been an hour and a half. Okay. I have a girlfriend who is starting a company right now, and she's choosing between these two color palettes for her item. We'll call them A and B. She's super torn between A and B. She's currently in Los Angeles, and she's staying in a hotel, and she decided to go for a walk because she's like, I cannot look at my computer anymore. I cannot look at these colors anymore. I'm just gonna go for a walk, and maybe they'll come to me. She goes for a walk on Beverly Hills, and she was trying to go to this one store and there was construction, and they turned her around. They're like, sorry, you just like gotta go all the way around the block. And she was like, never mind, I'm going to a different store. So she turns around, she goes to a different store she wasn't planning on. A department store. She went to like a Saks or something, and there's 7 floors inside this building. So she's going up through the floors on like the escalator or something, and she said she got off on the 3rd floor. And she's just walking around, and she sees a shirt that's multicolored, and it's almost entirely in the colors of one of the color palettes. We'll say color palette A. And she was like, oh, maybe this is the sign. Maybe finding this shirt is saying I should choose color palette A. And so she goes to take a picture of it. Well, she takes a picture of it to send to her business partner to be like, I can't decide, but I'm walking through the store and I just saw this shirt and it's in color palette A. Maybe A is the answer. And she's like, as soon as I sent it, I look up and just over over her eyesight of where this shirt is like, you know, there's clothes everywhere. It sucks. But there's this other shirt that is completely in the other color palette. And she was like, oh my God, of course there's both of them. And she's like, how funny. So she takes a picture of the second shirt in color palette B and she sends it to her business partner and says, of course it can't just be a sign. I gotta see both of them, so I still can't decide. How funny. And she's like, I continue on my way. Decision not made. She said she went up like another floor or two and realized she had to go to the bathroom. And then it was on the 7th floor. So she goes up the 4th floor, like now to the very top to go to the bathroom. And in these fancy department stores, there's usually like a long hallway that's like really nice and clean and like, you know, whatever, but like just, it's usually like a long hallway and then you get to the bathrooms. And she said she got up to the 7th floor and she turned to go down the hallway and there were like 2 display mannequins up, and one mannequin was wearing shirt A and one mannequin was wearing shirt B. And so the flooring part of this is that of all of the shirts in an entire department store, she took a picture of 2 shirts on the 3rd floor. And then like an hour later, went up to the 7th floor and there were only 2 mannequins in that hallway and they were wearing the 2 shirts she took a photo of. And so she took photos of that too. And she was like, and now that I'm saying it, just like she told me, she's like, I feel like other people might not think that's a big deal. But when you really think of all of the chances of that, like it really is. Like, what are the chances that she would take photos of the only 2 shirts that happen to be on display on a completely separate floor? It didn't help her because again, she saw both of them, so she doesn't know what one she's supposed to pick. But I just thought that was really crazy. Yeah. Hey, Bobby. Yeah, isn't that nice? So she like rapid fire voice messaged me and sent me all of the photos of like proof of being like, look at all of this. That kind of stuff happens to me and my friends all the time, I think. But like, how crazy that that happened to her. And just, I remember when she told me, I was like, I gotta tell everyone tomorrow. Because that's a good one. Let me see. Hold on, though. Hi, bud. Are you coming out? You just gotta stand at the door. Come on. Hey, baby. Alright. I'm gonna color in little spots on this mushroom man and then I'm gonna bounce. Decisiveness predicates success. Any decision is better than no decision. I'm pretty indecisive at times. Paul, funny you say that because my next long form video, the one that I recorded earlier that I think I'm going to record, is about decisiveness, indecision versus decision, action versus non-action. So that's really funny that you say that. And it all happened because I was watching a video about people answering the question of what is one small decision they made that completely changed the trajectory of their lives. And it fascinated me, so I'm making a longer form video about making a decision, especially when you don't feel like doing anything or like noticing like indecision is like really hitting hard. So that's really cool. There's a world in which I'd love to record it today, but I'm supposed to be at my friend's place in like 2 hours. So I'm not sure if it'll happen this morning or maybe this afternoon, but I want to refilm it and get that video out soon. Ooh, that marker's bleeding. Oh, I love this little blue mushroom, guys. Yeah, it's really cool. Alright, kids. Speed of reaction, interesting. Alright, friends, I'm gonna jump. Happy Friday. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being cool. Obviously, you guys are all awesome. Yeah, I'm just really grateful to have these mornings and to get to do this. But I have work to do and I gotta go see my bud. I should be back tomorrow as long as everything, goes smoothly. But you never know. So if I don't see you, have a lovely weekend. But it's right now. I hope your Friday's good, or whatever day it is.